In this example, we're going to write negative and mixed decimals with simplified fractions. Complete the table below and show all of your work for simplifying the fraction. So these really aren't much different than the problems we've done thus far, but they may seem different because they have negatives and they have whole number parts. So we just want to look at a few examples so we can extend our knowledge of what we learned in the last part. So, negative 4/10. We'll write a negative and then 4/10. So notice we just wrote the decimal. 0.4 is 4/10 and we keep the negative sign. Now we're going to simplify the fraction, and we're not going to use the negative sign while we're simplifying, but we need to include it in our final answer. So I'm going to get this ready to simplify. They both have a factor of 2, so I'm going to divide the top and the bottom by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 2 and 5 do not share any common factors, so the fraction is completely simplified. For our final answer, you must include the negative sign, so we didn't need to have that around while we were simplifying, but this is a negative decimal, so negative 4/10 is the same as negative 2/5. Let's look at the next one, 3.25. So we want to write this as a mixed number. This is 3 and 25/100. So we write the decimal part, it's a decimal fraction, as a fraction, and the whole number remains. Now we don't need to do anything with the 3, we just need to simplify 25/100. So here we're going to do that. They're both divisible by 5. So I'll divide them both by 5, and I have 5/20. And they're still both divisible by 5, so I'm going to simplify more. And at the beginning, you may have noticed they're both divisible by 25. If you see that, that's fine. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 20 divided by 5 is 4. So 25/100 is 1/4. That's why we call 25 cents a quarter. So now to write our final answer, we need to keep the whole number part, and the mixed number equivalent with a fraction for 3.25 is 3 1/4. Let's look at the next one. So we have 6 8/1000. Okay. So the 6 is going to remain in our final answer. We just have to simplify the fraction. Okay. Now I actually know that 1,000 is divisible by 8. And this is not some fact I have memorized. The reason I know, so just think about this and you don't have to use this, is that remember this is 3 factors of 10 and each factor of 10 has 1 factor of 2. So there's 3 factors of 2 here, which is 8. So I could start just by dividing by 8. Okay, so you can start to look for patterns like that, but for now we'll do our step-by-step process. They're both even, which is fine, and once you do this a few times, once you get used to it, you think it's not worth doing anymore and you start using the easier patterns. So this is 4/500. Notice they're both still even, so we're going to divide by 2 again. And we get 2/250. They're both still even, so we're going to divide by 2 again. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 250 divided by 2 is 125. Okay, so 8/1000 is this fractionally equivalent to 1/125. So notice we divided by 1, 2, 3 factors of 2. And you can do it step by step, or if you see larger factors or a greatest common factor, you can divide by that as well. So our final answer will be 6 and 1/125. Okay. Last problem, we have negative 7.024. So the negative 7 stays, and this is 24/1000. Okay. So we're going to simplify this fraction. The negative actually applies to the 24,000ths too, but we just write one negative sign out front. So just like here with the decimal version, the negative is applying to this entire number. Here it's the same thing with mixed numbers. So I'm going to simplify this fraction and then I'll rewrite the final answer. So since last time we saw that 1,000 was divisible by 3 factors of 2, which is 8, and this is 2, I'm going to divide by 8. Okay. And you could do the process of dividing by 2 a bunch of times, that's fine. So 24 divided by 8 is 3. 100 divided by 8, well, we did that up here, it's 125. Just to double check, or you could use your calculator to check, 125. So 24 thousandths is 3 125ths. So our final answer will be -7 and 3 125ths.